Good morning. I think we may start. My name is Rosemary Babu. Hi. Hello to all of you. I'm an English teacher, but today I'm going to introduce you to our platform. It's the Rose platform, which is an innovative online tool for teaching and learning foreign languages. It's especially designed to accommodate students with special educational needs. I will allow some time after the presentation to discuss any of your questions regarding our platform. But first, I would like to talk about why we need this new method and how we try to approach students. If you have any questions during the presentation, please feel free to use the chat box and interrupt me. Okay. Give me a minute. Okay. I'm sure that at some point in your teaching career, you have all come across students who were struggling to learn or students who would always create problems during the lesson. You've also talked to parents who said that their children hated English and they wouldn't study and then eventually dropped out. Well, students have a learning difficulty if they have a much greater difficulty in learning than the majority of students of the same age. Or they have a disability which stops or even hinders them from making use of the general educational facilities provided for students of the same age. For most cases, the answer is special educational needs. It's a legal definition and refers to students with learning problems or disabilities that make it harder for them to learn than most students of the same age, which calls for special educational provision to be made for them. Well, some of the most common special needs which affect students' learning ability are dyslexia, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, also known as ADHD, autism spectrum disorder, multicultural influences, and dyspraxia. Some of the problems that students with special educational needs might have to deal with are completing their schoolwork, reading, writing, number work or understanding information, expressing themselves or understanding what others are saying, making friends, or yes, dyscalculia too, yes, you're right. Making friends or interacting with adults, behaving properly in school, and of course, organizing themselves. For many years, I've come up across students who were willing to try, but because of educational difficulties, their efforts never fall into place. Some learners with dyslexia, for example, see the text moving or blurring on the page. They have difficulty tracking the words and often lose their place in a text. Reading can give them headaches or make them feel dizzy. And this could be the result of visual stress caused by the contrast between black text and white paper or background. And it's known as the island syndrome. Anyone heard of that before? Anyone? Well, this, okay, yes, no, yeah, no, yes, okay. The island syndrome, it could be helped by changing the color of the text or the paper, the background. We all have an internal dictionary of words that we recognize by sight without the need to sound them out. This is particularly important for English, as there are so many words which are spelled differently from the way they sound, like laugh, for example. Learners with special educational needs tend to have a much smaller internal visual dictionary than other people, which means they often waste time trying to sound out the words that can only be read from sight memory. Again, the meaning of the text is lost when a child gets stuck trying to understand an unfamiliar word. This also affects their writing, as they tend to write the words exactly as they're pronounced. So this leads us to the main difficulty people with SENS face, reading. Most of us, good morning from mountains to high. Most of us, when we read, we can hear a voice in our head reading the words to us. This is called an inner voice. Well, some of you might never have noticed that happening because it seems very natural. So people with sense do not have this inner voice to help them understand what they're reading. That's why you might see some people reading out loud to themselves. It's a way to replace the inner voice. As a teacher myself, I've always wanted to find the most effective way to help my students. And then I started the Rose platform. I think it's easier than what I was doing years before. So this platform was created to tackle most of these problems and of course to make learning foreign languages an enjoyable pastime. Our goal is to help students learn a foreign language the same way they learn their own, by observing and associating words and sentences with pictures in the first levels and moving on to more real-life situations. We can talk about where you can find the platform. I will show you the platform in a minute. Okay. By observing and associating words and sentences with pictures on the first levels and then moving on to real-life situations. The platform could be used as extra material or on its own, as it will cover all parts needed or even more. Schools and teachers can monitor their students' progress. Now, another important aspect we should mention is that our application will also have an artificial brain, which will be able to track difficulties faced by students and introduce or recommend further exercises and material for practice. Rose platform consumes every user action, feeding it to a deep learning network. The network is designed to provide classification and clustering of the incoming actions, but furthermore, it consists of a variety of deep learning models that can draw conclusions and make decisions based on the incoming data. Hence, the network is able to detect weaknesses on individual users and suggest further assistance on those topics to strengthen them. Our future goals are to include more languages. For example, the platform could be used for learning French, German, Italian, or any other language. There will be an improvement in the use of the artificial intelligence. And of course, our main goal is for our method to be accepted as part of the exam system. Today, I will show you how we try to approach junior level students and lower level students. The philosophy is the same, but as the levels go up, the type of lesson has been adjusted to serve the age. The availability of the Rose platform was originally planned for September, but due to the present circumstances, COVID, Level 1, which is junior level, will be available next week. Now, if you give me a few minutes, I'll show you the platform. Sorry. I need to find it here. Okay. I suppose you can see. Chat, where's the chat box? Yeah, okay. Now, when logging into Rose platform, okay, sorry. When logging into the Rose platform, learners can see which level they are at, plus stages and points collected so far. In this way, the user will immediately find themselves at the exact point at which they left at the previous session. Each unit is divided into stages. Each stage is prepared in such a way that specific points are covered before going on to the next. It must be pointed out that the user cannot progress into the next stage until the previous stage has been completed satisfactorily. Now, here, the users have the option to change the fonts and the default voice of the system in an easily accessible location and just with a few clicks. For example, children may be more at ease with children's voices, and adults can choose a man's or a woman's voice. There's also another setting where learners can adjust fonts, default or dyslexia fonts. Okay. Now, every stage in the junior level, after introducing the heroes, of course, in our own way, starts with a video, followed by an exercise motivating the learners to practice the dialogue.
Hello.
Here, the user can listen to each sentence as many times needed by chat box. Where's my chat box? Sorry. Yes, it's via payment. It's we've got a 7-day trial period, which is free, but then it's paying, yeah. Now, the user can listen to each sentence as many times needed by clicking on the speaker icon.
Hello.
And in the same way, by clicking on the microphone icon, repeat it. Hello.
Hello.
When the correct sentence is given by the user, the next sentence will appear. I can see your messages, the dyslexia fonts. Yes, I will in a minute. Okay. Yes, I will give you my contact details. Let's go back to changing the fonts. Okay. Now, the exercises that follow help the students learn and practice new vocabulary by listening, speaking, and recognizing the words. We've got listening to the words.
Ant.
Apple. Ant. Ant. Okay. We've got the picture and the written word too, so the students can listen to the word and see the picture and the written word.
Ant.
And then say the word again. And then they need to match the words to the pictures. Well, there are more to the junior levels, but let's move on to the lower level. Okay. Every stage in lower level starts with a leading exercise to capture the learner's interest. The main purpose of this exercise is to encourage focusing on the video that follows and to retain their attention. Here, the students can listen,
guess the answer,
what they need to do in each exercise, and guess the answers to each
Covent
question.
Garden is a stop on the Piccadilly line.
They can put whatever they think it's right. Then watch the video, and then they have the choice to change their answers and submit results. Then they can see which answers were correct and which were not. They can also go back to watch the video again so that they know why their answers were incorrect. Okay. There is one main video for each stage, and the exercises that follow are based on that. Learners can practice the use and understanding of the English language by reading, listening, correction, and selection. Here's another exercise where the students can listen to the video and do the exercise. They have the choice to write the answer, choose the right answer, or even say the right answer, depending on whichever the user finds easier. And there is also another exercise that follows, again, based on the same video. And when they've completed the stage, they can move on to the next one. Now, I've seen all your messages, so we can have some time to talk about the platform. Maybe you want to see something else. Make a mistake. Okay, I will make another mistake. Would you like junior level or lower level for the mistakes? Junior and low. Okay, we can do both. Let's start with, I show you what happens here, that you can change your answers. Okay. If I open this exercise, it says, like most people, I get to Covent Garden using the London Underground. If I give get and then write cross. So the correct answer is shown with a tick, and then you have the choice to, again, to see your answers, the answers which you've given, and then change your answers, and then again submit results. You can go here. Okay, let's go to the lower level. This time, does the platform set a time limit to complete the exercise? No, there are no time limits. Students can take all the time they need to do an exercise. And I think basically that's the point, that students should not be limited, should not have time limits. Now, for junior levels, let's go to the exercise where you can practice the dialogue. Hello.
Hello.
My name is Anna. So you see that the answer is incorrect, and then you can try again as many times needed. If the stage is A1, it's A1. Hello.
What's your name?
My name is Rosemary. So you see, if you say that if it's incorrect, can it also be used for teaching, or is it just for individual practice? No, it could be used for teaching in schools and in private lessons, and also for individual practice. You can guide your students through it, but it's allowing them to try on their own. But of course, they need the teacher's guidance. As I said before, I'm not sure if I said anything. Teachers will have the ability to use some of our templates and put more content in them. For example, you can change this picture, and you could use a banana, a picture of a banana, and then change the sound and the words which are needed. So you can do whatever you want with the platform. There's different levels. Yes, there are 7 different levels. It's from level 1 to level 7. I don't know if I've answered any of your questions. Type of exercise, sorry. can't see all of your messages here. As I said in the beginning, only level 1 will be available next week. And the whole platform will be available in September. Yes, this is the production environment. I will give you my contact details. Let me just share another screen so I can. So I can answer your questions. Okay. You can find us on our website, on Learning Rose platform is the Rose platform, on our Facebook page, and you can also email us for any further questions you might have, or if you need any guidance on how you can use it. Messages. Open and sorry. It's level 7 is for proficiency level students. What do you mean if it can be used for examinations in schools? Sound will be provided, voice will be provided. If I haven't answered your message, please type your message again. Sorry. Can you also read the question before answering? Yes, you can. We do make presentation at schools because we want to help you on how to use the platform and give you different ideas of what you can do. Well, we try to teach vocabulary and grammar through real life situations. There will be practicing grammar and vocabulary, but in different ways. You can share screens so we can monitor our students. You can monitor your students through your page. What's the cost? The cost from June till September, it's €5.99 a month. And then the subscription is $10.99 from September and onwards for every student. Thank you for your words. And share things with our students. Thank you for being here. If you need any further explanation or you've got any further questions, you can, yes, I can repeat the cost. You can contact us and we will contact you. Thank you. Yes, all students have to subscribe because the platform is for each individual. For how long, sorry, for how long the subscription works? It's $5.99 a month, and then from September and onwards, it's $10.99 for each student. Depending on the students you have, the teacher environment is different. Any other questions I haven't answered? You raised your hands. Hello? Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes.
for your good words. Does it replace course books? It could replace course books. It could be used for further practice. Total cost. There is no total cost because it depends on how long you need to use it. There's no limit. You can, it's 24/7. You can use it all day. Thank you. Can you provide an example of how we can approach new grammar concepts when teaching? Yes, it's through the videos. We have, when we teach, for example, present tenses, you can see that the videos are based on present tenses, and then the exercises are based on that. Mm-hmm. Thank you. Okay, thank you very much for being here. I hope you like the platform. I can email you when you can subscribe. I can email you all the details, and if you need any further assistance and help on how to use the platform, we will be happy to help you. Thank you very much.